Welcome to Cricket Center. This time we're going to bring you a very interesting aspect about partnerships. Best partnerships that have happened in the season 7 of the Indian Premier League. Well, in the past we've been so enthralled by the fact that we've seen some tremendous legends coming together like the West Indians, Sir Vivian Richards and Clive Lloyd, Gordon Greenidge and Desmond Haynes, also our own Sehwag alongside Tendulkar. Well, when you see batsmen like that, and across the border, it was Syed Anwar coming alongside Inzamam ul Haq, and then when you go down to Sri Lanka, you want to see the likes of Mahela and Sangakkara, and also in South Africa, you had the kind of De Villiers, Callis partners. So overall, Kevin Peterson with Bell, you're already charged to see them together, and when you do that, you will never forget that moment because memories are built over watching cricket and memories of these men doing extraordinary things on a cricket field. Well, that's what you want to see. And you asked me a question, who was my favorite partner? It had to be Krishnamacharya Srikanth. Why is the question? Because so much of positivity is attached. The chemistry comes out of the fact that one wants you to make sure that you also perform alongside him and do as well as he does. And I think that's where the chemistry comes about. Well, if you ask me a fact as to what exactly made me like it, it was fun because he used to hit the cricket ball a long way, and I also, for a fact, wanted to be as belligerent as him. If the ball was bowled by a spinner and he stands at the non-striker's end, he's screaming out, "Come on, Adida Macha Adi," and then you're already into the mood to strike the ball. Well, as we move along to see who are the ones that are doing well as partners, and this season has seen Smith and McCullum coming together for Chennai Super Kings. The men in yellow have benefited by this pair, adding 479 runs together. Then just below that is Miller and Maxwell, not just below, by a big margin. I think the first ones have just about taken it because they're opening pair. And Miller and Maxwell, 343, obviously will have great strike rates. And also we'll add one more thing as we go along in the show. Miller, Maxwell, in that pair, there will be a very interesting stat that's going to come up. So stay charged and to listen to what we have for you in this program. Uthappa and Gambhir, great show there. Just come together. I don't know why it took them such a long time to pair the two because Uthappa, Gambhir together, Uthappa can play his own natural game at the top and Gambhir. Well, 312 runs and I think just about the right time. That swift shift has been made and then the team is going to benefit from that. Smith, Raina, good partnership. Number 3, Raina is a very positive man. So if you get a good first wicket pair going, then you have Raina in the middle at number 3. It's going to make a big difference. Along the line, you had De Villiers, Yuvraj Singh. I'm sure De Villiers' positive abilities, scoring there, Yuvraj Singh is benefiting now after a little lull in the middle. Now, along the way, you had this Finch having so many partners. Could one be the reason why they've not done well? But they have the runs, 200 plus, and all the same, I think partners when it comes to 200 plus with the striking rate, I think that's the key because that's the one that wins matches for you. It's not the number of runs you get, how quickly you get it. And Miller, Maxwell have got it at 205.39 as strike rate. Jadhav, Dumini, I think it's benefiting the young man Kedar Jadhav. A lot to learn from Dumini. Smith Raina at 157, Uthappa Gambhir at 146, and along the line you have Decock Vijay, not great, at 119, bottom of the table. McCullum and Smith, how they operated, I think it's been almost even. You would say that on a given day, Smith going hammer and tongs, McCullum would just not rush so much, and they've added 60 plus most of the time. And with reasonably good strike rate, that's really helping the team. So Smith, again, is the highest 6-hitter alongside the big show Maxwell. And that's about 29 sixes so far. I don't know where these two might finish at end of the season. When it comes to Miller Maxwell, I've already given you a little clue to watch out for. 72% of the runs has been shown and thrown out by this man, Maxwell. Shown and thrown is what I've mentioned. Shown is because he's shown he can hit the ball a long way, and thrown is thrown many opposition to the deep end of the river. And wonderful pair because it's not just Miller can't strike the ball. Miller can work the ball around and give Maxwell the strike. So Maxwell maximizes things. Miller, left on his own, is also a tremendous striker of the ball. Good to see Uthappa and Gambhir also get into that list. 312 runs they've added together and almost working on the lines of how Smith and McCullum have operated. In the end, what you want to see is, I already talked about legends of the past. Will any of these pairs become legends? And also, you must say, as you watch the rest of the season, when these come together, pairs come together, you want to see that chemistry work out and be alive watching these games.